Welcome to Prosperous Talk Podcast, episode 333. I am your host, Mr. Quincy Barnes, and as you guys know, this podcast is to motivate and inspire millennials and Gen Z'ers in all aspects of life. If you are listening to my voice, I appreciate you. Continue to listen to us on where you listen to your podcast. So if you listen on Apple, appreciate you. Google, Spotify, you can listen to us on those platforms. Also, if you are watching this video on YouTube or Instagram, or Facebook or Twitter. You guys can catch our videos directly on our YouTube channel. But we done made it. We done made it to episode 3. And this episode, I ain't even gonna lie, we're gonna be talking about checking ourselves, a little bit. Self-accountability, self-discipline. We're gonna get into all those type of topics on this episode. But before we get started, you guys know each week I got a new song of the week. And this week I got my guy Primetime Tez directly out of Baltimore, Maryland. And he got this freestyle. It's called 95 North. Sent it to me last week. I'm like, okay, Tez, you hopped in your bag. So I need them to listen to you as well. So this week we got my guy Primetime Tez, 95 North. Let's get it.
To teach him a lesson, I'm praying that he catch it. Put a battery in his back, ain't talking to Tesla. Lately I've been stressing, need to talk to a reverend. Used to think this rap shit was reckless, but it's really just wrestling. Exercising my right to flex on these niggas. Busy as a bee, I can't even be flexible with you. I talk my shit to get you hype, I want the best of you, nigga. Putting green all on you, turn you to a vegetable, nigga. You dig it? Yeah, they dig me just like a shovel, my nigga. Feel like mellow, I want the ring, fuck a medal, my nigga. Used to be satisfied, I'm talking settle, my nigga. Went up another level, now I'm not a regular nigga, okay? I got this shit in the chokehold. I make a
all right. That's enough. That's it for the preview. If you guys like what you just heard, make sure y'all check him out on all platforms at Primetime Tez. I'm gonna have his ad name in the comments, so just make sure that you guys check him out because I'm telling y'all, he next out of Baltimore as well. So for episode 3, I want to talk about self-auditing, because I feel like it's May now, June is next month, so that means we done made it through the first half of the year, God's willing. And I feel like it's time that we should check ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And in the business world, auditing, that's something like that's a real thing that businesses do on like either the weekly, monthly, or even on a yearly basis. So if you don't know what an audit is an official inspection of an individual organization accounts. So basically, the reason why people need to audit is why businesses audit is to make sure that their financial statements don't have any misstatements, making sure that they don't have any errors, anything like that, just to make sure that the business is flowing properly. So, of course, if you are working at a company, I'm pretty sure if you are in the finance department, you know about audits. And if you're a business, we audit our business all the time. But I feel like it's certain times in like our life or like how the years are going and like how the months are going that we need to check ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like just really ask yourself, like, okay, is everything going how I want it to? It may not be, but it's just like just checking yourself. So, okay, mentally, am I good mentally? Personally, am I good personal? My education, how is my education doing? Am I learning? Am I growing? Spiritually, you got to make sure that you check yourself on the spiritual level. And last but not least, financially and budgeting. So as we know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. If you did not know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I definitely got to make sure that I touch on making sure that your mental health is good because that's something that's very important. And if your mental isn't right, nothing's going to be right. You know what I'm saying? Like just make sure that you take care of yourself and taking care of your mental health and actually checking in on your mental health. Because of course we work, we grind, but sometimes that matter gets shut to the side or we don't really put as much effort into it. So it's just like making sure that you check on your mental. So one, some people go to therapy. So if you're in a situation where you gotta think you maybe need to talk to somebody, make sure that you go to therapy. Of course, it takes a lot to take that first step into getting into therapy, but if that's what's going to help your mental, do that. Some people they go to the gym. I love the gym. I told you guys that is a therapy for me. Some people go for a walk in the park. It's about to be warm outside, so you go on a walk, but just making sure that you are really taking time for yourself to make sure that you are recharging and replenishing all the time. Also, you could meditate. You know, some people actually meditate as far as taking care of that mental or taking care of that self. You know, you can go directly on YouTube and search meditation videos, yoga videos. You know, just make sure that your mental is good, because if your mental is good, you're going to be able to prosper. I'm telling you. So then it's just now like, all right, after you make sure that your mental is right, now let me just look at myself in a personal level altogether. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's about to get warm outside. You know, we got summer coming up. It's like, okay, how I'm gonna dress this summer? You know, like what's gonna be my vibe this summer? You know I seen a few posts, people be like, this gonna be a hustling summer for me. That's gonna be a hustling summer for you. Make sure that you look good and while you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Then of course, making sure that you are taking care of your body, like as far as eating healthy. You know, some people, we like junk food. I like junk food, but I try to make room for healthy foods too, because of course that's gonna take care of myself and make me be able to live longer by eating healthy. You know what I'm saying? And then a personal thing to just check also is your relationships. You know, like all the relationships that's in your life, like whether if it's a significant other, whether if you are single, whether if you are dating, whether if you are looking, you know, check in that part of your life, you know, also, and then checking your friends. Like, are my friends, are everybody that's in my inner circle, are they my real friend? Are they helping me? Should I cut them off? Are they benefiting me? You know, really just looking at your friend group and really saying, okay, will these people be in my life for me to prosper, or should they be in my life for me to prosper? And if it's not, they got to go. You know what I'm saying? Because you always want to make sure that you are growing. And if you aren't growing, then it got to go. Like if you got a habit that's not helping you grow, it got to go. But you feel me? You'll only be able to recognize this once you do that self audit of yourself. And also every day, like when it come to like, of course, checking yourself, make sure that you got time for motivation. You know that you make time to motivate yourself, and that you say affirmations, because affirmations in the morning and at night is real. I'm telling y'all, to get your day started, you can just tell yourself, I am great. I will prosper. That's it. That's some of my affirmations, just so you know. Y'all can take that too if you want to. But just that affirmations will help you get started, and then you're going to do your thing. I'm telling you. But while I am on the topic of affirmations, that actually leads me to my Black Business Spotlight of the Week. As y'all know, every week I shout out a Black business also. And this week I will be shouting out the brand Affirtation. Affirtation, it is created by Miss Tay. Miss Tay located down in Maryland. And I'm telling y'all, Affirtation is really about affirmations. Yeah, like that's how her brand is. So basically, like the brand is created to motivate people through her merch. You know what I'm saying? Like she sell hats, she sell shirts, she sell hoodies, she sell whatever you need. But it have an affirmation on it. So like for example, her shirts may have a whole vibe on it, or it might have peace on it. You know, like it's promoting prosperity and positivity. So make sure that y'all check her out. Is at Affirtation, same way that you would spell affirmation, but Affirtation. But I will have her brand in the comments so y'all can go check her out as well. But back to this self audit of ourselves. So now once we check our mental, we check our personal life. After that, let's check out education, you know? So shout out to the class once again. Shout out to the class of 2020 and 2021. I see you guys on the timelines. Keep doing your thing and congratulations. But just shouting out them, you feel me? We got our degrees now. So it's like, all right, you know, we got our degrees and we gonna grab our masters. Some of us about to go grab our doctorate, you know, but not even just if you're not even interested in school. Are you learning a trade? You know, are you learning a new skill? Are you learning a new niche? Or are you even perfecting your craft? You know what I'm saying? Because it's always going to be room for growth. We got to think our brain is a muscle, you know, and we got to feed it information. And no matter how old we get, we got to still learn, you know, like, because we never too old to learn something new, or we never too old to start something new. So just making sure that we are learning and growing even in just like our fields, you know what I'm saying? And then spiritual, you know, like once we got our mind right, we got the personal thing, everything is all cool. Now is like my education, I'm satisfied over there. I'm either going to school, I'm either learning something new, I'm either perfecting my craft, or I'm just learning and I'm growing. But then you want to make sure that you check yourself on a spiritual level. Now I know everybody have their specific views, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever religion that you study or whatever that you go by, making sure that you connecting to that also, like myself, I actually attend Christian Life Church and I do the virtual service. So I listen to the virtual service, well, listen and watch each and every Sunday, and that's my way of practice. Some people they pray, some people they just connect directly. Some people go to different buildings to connect directly, but making sure that you got your spiritual life intact too, because that will help you. Prayers will work and God is real. You know what I'm saying? So just making sure that you are good on the spiritual level as well. Now, as far as your finances, yeah, we like nice things, and nice things cost money. We like to live a prosperous lifestyle. We want to go flex for the gram. We want to look good. We want to smell good. We want to do our thing. And of course, that costs us to do everything. Nothing in life is free. So everything you got to pay for. So, like, you spending money, but even though you spending money, you also want to make sure that you are saving and that you investing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So like the money that you do spend, have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Always make sure that you have a good time and you take time for self-care and you reward yourself for your hard work. But still make sure that you have money coming in. So like for example, like all right, I might work my job. Am I satisfied at my job? Do I want to move up? Do I want to get another job? Or do I want to start a business? Or even if I am a business owner right now, am I satisfied where my business at? Do I need to try something else? Do I need to add a new product, add a new service? Also, it's just like the ways that you have money coming in, really look at it. It's always side hustles. I looked at a website the other day. It was like 100 different side hustles that you can create, no matter how old that you are. Do I need a new side hustle? Myself, I actually do Uber Eats. I know a few of my guys, they do DoorDash. If you listening or you watching, if you do either or, shout out to you. But that's a cool little side hustle right there. You know what I'm saying? Like just really evaluating your finances and making sure that you are satisfied where you at. And if you're not satisfied, it's like, okay, what can I do now to make me some money or switch this up so I can get some more money? And then, like I said, once you got your money coming in, make sure that you invest it also. See, myself, just recently, just this year, I got myself into crypto trading, and I learned about it. A few of my guys was telling me about it. I did my research, and I'm like, okay, I like this crypto stuff. I actually use Robinhood and Coinbase, so I actually use both. And if you are watching or listening to this, you can use whichever one that you prefer, but make sure that you get into some type of investment. Like make sure that you invest your money the same way that you spend it. And investing, that can even go into real estate. I'm actually studying to get my real estate license. And even with that, it's about investing, so taking some of my money that I earn and investing it into a property, So it's always different things that you can do to make sure that you got money coming in so you can invest it, and then make sure that you budget your money. Budgeting your money is very serious. It's definitely going to help you. And I actually got a resource for you guys to use to budget your money. So it's this website. The website is called youneedabudget.com, literally. So you go on the website and download this app. So the purpose of this app, you can make a budget for everything. I'm telling you, like you can make a budget for your bills. You can make a budget for travel, should you want to travel. If you want to go out to eat, you can make a budget for eating for the month. And also, if you're a business owner, you can use this app also. It's one app that you can create a budget for everything, because a budget will definitely let you know if you are spending too much, if you need to stop spending, or if you good to, do your thing based on what your budget say. But always making sure that you are flipping and doing your thing when it comes to your financial life. So like the self audit, like I said, is just really just to, okay, let me just check myself and see what it is that I can improve on, or what something that I'm doing great in, but I'm not doing so good over here. And maybe I can flip or do some things on this side so I can make sure that I prosper. But actually, right now, I am going to take a break on that. And I'm going to talk about our last segment for this episode, and that is a question that I got directly off of Instagram. And this week's question was submitted, and they asked me, what is my biggest fear? So when I heard that question, I'm like, what is my biggest fear? And my biggest fear is really not being successful. Like, I want to live a prosperous lifestyle. I'm pretty sure you that's listening to my voice or you that's watching this video, y'all want to live a prosperous lifestyle too. And I feel like I've had a lot of people invest like just their time and wisdom and money into me. And with the resources that I've been provided or like people that I've met and like information that I have received, not really living up to my fullest potential would be on me. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that would be upset because I didn't live up to my fullest potential, and that is my biggest fear. But since that is my biggest fear, in a way, that's my biggest motivation. And I want that to be motivation for you guys also, is like really after you do your self audit of, okay, I can do better over here financially. I probably can do better mentally, make some more time for self care, but make sure that you really judge yourself because, of course, you're your biggest critic and only you will change your situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody else is in charge for changing your situation. It's only you. So just make sure after your self audit, okay, few months after this, after listening to this episode or watching this episode, you like, wow, I'm glad I listened and watched this episode because now I am doing better financially. Maybe I took this episode and started investing in the crypto. Or maybe I started going to the gym more because Quincy told me to start going to the gym. Or, you started making more time for self-care before than what you did. But that's really was my goal, is to make sure that as we move to the second half of the year, that we doing good mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, all those alleys, making sure that we doing better, because that is my goal, is to make sure that I motivate you guys to prosper and do your thing in life, but make sure that you are taking time for yourself and that you are prospering. And by the way, this podcast is sponsored by Pleasant Life Productions. This episode that y'all are listening to and watching right now was filmed directly at Pleasant Life Productions. So if you or somebody that you know is interested in starting your own podcast, come on, I'm telling y'all, we waiting for you. Come start your podcast. We gonna give you the mic, the laptop, the recording studio, the camera, everything you need to start your own podcast. We got you. Also, June 5th, I am having my first annual pop-up shop. It's almost here. So if you are listening, please make sure that y'all come out, come support. We got a lot of black businesses that's going to be in the building. It's going to be located directly in North Philly. So make sure that y'all come out to support Prosperous Relations and the black businesses that will be in the house on June 5th. And that concludes episode 3. Thank you, guys. I thank you, thank you, thank you. If you continue to support me, I support you. If you like this video, if you like this audio, make sure that you share it with somebody, because that's the only way that we're going to grow, is if you guys share it. Thank you to everybody that support me. Continue to support me. And I'm going to see you guys on episode 4. You know what I'm saying? Prosper with us.